50 seconds.
The Prisoner.
50 seconds.
One day we'll get her back. We'll be back one day.
I'll be glad. I'll be glad when that day is.
Yeah. Didn't want to waste it in the green room.
I loaded up Jam Kazam today. It's still working on my end, ready to go. So whenever you're ready.
Rub it in. Way to
That's
be
what
a
she
dick.
said.
Big bad dick.
Hey.
Hey.
Are they still doing that show?
Yep.
Really? Because I had heard, and I thought justifiably so, that this thing was long gone. I mean, I like it for a minute. You've heard the expression hot minute? It was more of a lukewarm minute.
C'est le Lounge Show avec Rob Scott et Bob Doyle, deux diffuseurs vétérans qui aiment s'entendre parler et qui réussissent d'une manière ou d'une autre à se supporter. Voyons si vous pouvez les supporter aussi bien. Voici Rob et Bob.
Hey! Oh, he's slow-moing it today, really making it count. Milking that turn for all it's worth. That's what she said. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show. I'm Bob.
I was checking out the clock on the wall. I apologize.
What does the old clock on the wall say?
It
Oh,
says
you can't say-
9:01. There you go.
Oh, yeah, actually 9:01. We are a skosh late. I had a little bit of a technical...
Every time.
It's not every time.
Just about. We should go back, play back about the last 10 shows. Sorry, we're
There's
late.
another compilation, right. Yeah.
There's just this I had a little problem with the computer, but it's fixed now.
Yeah,
We'll
I
give
told
you an
Tracy
extra
I want to make a
couple of-
compilation of all the times that you squash my creative attempts. Like if I come on with a filter and you go, "Oh, this is what we're doing." I want a "Oh, this is what we're doing" montage. That would be my favorite. All right.
Put the boys up in the booth on that. Get the guys in the booth to get on that project.
Okay, the booth boys. Hey,
Booth boys.
are you listening to the show? Because if you are, you know what to do. Then why are you eating fast food? Booth boys.
Tracy's on the lab.
I
batch
know,
with us,
she's on the
which is-
horn.
which is good. So as you can see, probably again, the technical abilities here are lean.
You're still not with new computer.
No, but it is on order. They're building it as we speak now.
Well, what are you willing to share with me in terms of specs?
Oh, I will. This was a fun little project. So, I talked to Steven, and then I talked to you, and you go, yeah, pretty much talk to Steven. That, you basically said...
And by the way, I gave you a little bit of crap about AMD last week, and I realized I have an AMD, so...
Okay, it's good. This story's getting better. So that he came back with that. He goes, I like these AMD chips, Dad. And then I sent him a spec sheet from Dell. I was going to buy another Dell. As you know, I've been buying Dells forever.
I have a Dell Alienware.
Yeah, well, no, it was always the...
I'm just saying that's what I
SPX.
have. So I actually have a Dell as well.
That's what the new... I think it was XPS was the model that I had 2 or 3 of those.
Okay.
And now they've turned that into Alienware. That was their gaming computer in the day.
Yeah.
And so anyway, I was going to get another one or something similar, Dell, and I sent Steven the specs, and he pretty much banged around on all of it. He didn't dislike any of it. He goes, it's good. He said, but it's overpriced, and they are giving you like 2 generations ago technology,
Yeah.
but charging you current technology prices.
CTPs?
So he basically sent me to this whole other site, and wow, was that fun to be there. And so I couldn't tell you that the CPU.
classified?
I couldn't tell you all the numbers.
It's
well,
secret.
no, I just don't.
I mean, you can tell me
but
off the air, right? I mean...
But the GPU is where the fun is.
Yes.
Because it wasn't the 40 series, which is what Dell wanted to sell me. It's the 50 series.
You have a 5090 or 50 what?
A 5040, I believe, 5090 probably.
Well,
Steven
It might
Steven
be
said
a
it's
huge,
one generation. There's only one generation faster.
so it could be the 5040. And do you know how
Yeah.
much VRAM is on there?
Yeah, you would ask me to do that, and I don't know right off the top of my head. I really don't, but I know Steven's.
How much
he, on
VRAM
this-
is in a NVIDIA RTX
NVIDIA.
5040? Okay.
How long will that take?
Well, we have to send it down to the lab.
Right.
Okay, there isn't a 5040. So maybe you have the 5090 or the 5080
Yeah,
or the
check that.
5070. If you have the 5090,
Which I very well. you
that-
know what? I could hold on. I can
Hold
look.
it.
Hold it. Let's see. Hold on. I might be able to do a little look in my email here. So give me a minute. Let's see. There's this, and the summary. Okay. RTX 5070 Ti.
okay. How much VRAM is
50s.
in the 5070 Ti?
There you go.
48K. What? Oh man, you got ripped off.
420 meg. I'll never need
That's
it
all
anymore.
it says in parentheses. That's all, and you'll shoot your eye out.
Italicized. You'll never need any more ever.
16 gigabyte. That is respectable. It's all you'll ever need. I'm just, I'm just being a, you know.
What I found interesting is on the page when you're designing this and you're picking the GPU, it'll show you on the left how many frames per second it'll give you on all the current games, like Fortnite and all. Like this is a gaming computer, and they're giving you the specs
Right.
on how it'll play the current software that's out there.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm very excited that we'll have a new toy because the microphone thing, the whole shebang. I mean, I'm just working off. But I'm happy to have the little laptop that could. It's still here doing its thing.
That's right. It allows us to have this moment. Now, but you do have stereo headphones on, right? You're still wearing your little thingies. You're wearing
Yes.
headphones. You're not going, okay. Cool.
Right.
Because
I've got them plugged into.
I have tech for you. I don't know if you have seen anything I've posted in the past couple of weeks, musically.
Not.
Okay.
No, I have
awesome.
not.
Great. That's better. Because I hope you're wearing adult diapers today.
Yeah,
Are
you
you-
see, these are not the best headphones. The sound card in this little laptop is not the best, but I can hear
Okay.
stereo.
It doesn't matter. It's not about the quality as much as it is just what it is.
Okay.
But if you have any other
Are you playing?
business, business,
Business.
because I do.
well-
I have to share with you that, and I think I've been meaning to bring this up for I don't know however many shows, and if I did once, then bad on me, and maybe we talked about it after, but I have a new obsession, and next time you're here, this is what we're doing. But I have become obsessed with smash burgers and making smash burgers, specifically smash burgers.
Like in cast iron.
I don't have the cast. I have a cast iron pan, and I'm going to do that next because I can't. Because now this is where I am. I'm at it. So I started with. It's kind of like when I bought the first couple of ukuleles, and you go, "Oh, okay, I get it." But now
Which I think are in this closet right now.
That's
by the way.
right.
I
That's
think
right.
they're-
They are.
they're-
They are. They are. It's like, okay, well now
Just
I need. So now it's like if I'm really going to play, I need a better one, right? So, and now I'm realizing. So I have this griddle, this flat griddle that we've had for a long time, perfect for pancakes, bacon, blah blah blah, and even burgers because I've been doing it. But it only gets up to 400 degrees. And the smash burger just wants two more things. It wants a little bit more temperature and definitely cast iron. Because this is like a non-stick thing. I can't use the metal on it. So what it's not getting is that really great caramelized crust, right? And
Yeah, you can't get that with a non-stick. You're going to have to either have
it's
stainless
still-
steel or cast iron.
Right. And so I have a big cast iron pan, and so I can do
Okay.
it in there. And I will do that next just to see the difference. But then the next step would be to get, a griddle, a skillet, something cast iron.
Yes.
But anyway, yeah. So there's something about number one, they're just always good. It doesn't matter, you're not stressing about, okay, so it had been a minute and a half, because I mean, they're rarish, they're whatever. It doesn't matter what they are. It's really about that crunch, and they're juicy, and they're just like so easy. And but I've now that I've if you watch one or two TikTok videos or any of those videos, that's all you see. And so now I'm seeing all these different ways to make it. I'm going, this needs to be my thing from here until die. Because
next time you visit here too, then I have a press. I have.
I bought that was definitely a purchase. I said I cannot use this spatula. I cannot use.
No.
I have to do that thing. So
I use it for bacon too. I can put the bacon like at Waffle House.
And I am using the parchment paper for now because it's helping. But I think eventually I'm just gonna get more confident, and I won't necessarily need it, because I've seen people do it both ways. But yeah,
wait. What is the parchment paper?
It keeps the burger from sticking to the press.
Oh no, I didn't mean a press I meant a press like a handheld press to press it down, to smash it.
That's what I'm talking about.
Oh, I thought you meant like a press that can form the patty.
No. It's just when it's on the griddle. If you watch videos of people making the smash burgers, you're going to see more often than not them lay a piece of parchment paper between the burger and the press. Because otherwise the meat can stick to the press, and it's But if they get it right, they can twist.
Now I'm learning.
Yeah, but if I've watched the people, it's just a touch. You can kind of twist it off. I think once you get really good, but you just twist it off. You don't need a thing. But anyway, yeah, I want my next ones to be, I want that crust. I want to get that. I want to get that going.
Caramelization.
Yes, caramelization. Thank you. And so and then I want to find, and then so I'm playing with the smash sauce. I've just started with the basic one, and now it's like, okay, well, how do I make this my own? And then what do I want to do? If I want to do anything other than just salt and pepper, I just want to find that smash burger that I can make when people come over and go, oh, that's Bob's smash burger.
I totally understand that, and good for you. When you master it, may I steal the recipe?
Yeah. I'm going to take my time on it, obviously, because I found that I can't eat smash burgers like twice a week.
No, it took me 3 years to get my macaroni and cheese recipe, because you don't make homemade macaroni and cheese every week either.
Right.
First of all, it's a 1,000-pound pan, and second of all, it's like 40 pounds of cheese. You'll never go to the bathroom again. You can't do that all the time.
Right. Amber made some.
Oh yes, I'm with you on that. So, but that's my point. My point is, I'm going to use your time and effort and desire to go through the process, and then at the end, I'll just take the recipe.
Right. Fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Okay.
Oh, so here's something.
Yes.
This is unique. This is the first time ever happened to me in my whole life, and it happened this morning. So last night I'm watching TV, I'm watching TV, and I fall asleep on the couch like I more times than not do on a Friday night. Wake up at 2 a.m, go, don't sleep on the couch anymore. Your neck. I go up to bed and I say, I'm not going to set the alarm. It's Saturday tomorrow. Just sleep in. Whenever you open your eyes, you open your eyes. And around 8:45 this morning, I woke up by rumbling, by vibration in the bed shook. And I thought, in a haze waking up, I go, is that thunder? Is that much rumbling thunder that it would kind of give the vibration? And come to find out later, we had an earthquake.
Wow. So, did you also feel the weirdness in the air?
No, because I was sleeping and it woke me So
you didn't really have that time to. It didn't last. How long did it last? You think?
Oh, half a second. It was
okay.
I didn't even give it a second thought until I saw stuff online that it was an earthquake.
Yeah.
I thought it was thunder, but it was odd because I looked outside and there wasn't. I mean, it was cloudy, but it didn't look thunderstormy.
Yeah.
But I went, whatever. I'm just waking up, and by the way, I just saw that Bork is sliding across the scroll up top. That's all it says. Is just Bork.
Right, because it was as the music was playing, or as we were fading to black or whatever, I realized, I didn't put anything up there, so it's just lorem ipsum. So I decided.
Anyway,
to say
you've been out. You were probably in L.A. when the ground would shake all the time, right? You've been a part of this.
Not all the time, but yeah, I probably had 3 out there, and then one great one out here.
Do you get a little concerned? Were they that much?
It wasn't that. So it was July. I remember it was July 5th of whatever. It might have been the year that Tracy and I met. I think,
Oh, okay.
or a year after, whatever. No, anyway, we were at her house, and we were talking to a friend who we had just met, or I did anyway, and it happened. And there's this definite, because also the air pressure changes. Everything's weird. Like if you're awake for it, it's more than just the rumbling. It's a whole. It's like you're shifting dimensions. It's a really.
No kidding.
Yeah, and I had that in Atlanta for the first time. Actually, my first earthquake was in Atlanta, and
2019, Tracy says.
Okay, 2019, and and I mean it was big enough where we looked out the window and Tracy's pool is sloshing.
Oh yeah, this was nothing like that. This was like being shook by like coming. I mean, it was just a little, and then that was it. And I really, I go, that was odd.
But you'd be amazed that just that little bit's going to slosh a pool. I mean,
Oh.
it wasn't like we were going, holy crap! It was just that it was pretty much. I'm sure it wasn't much unlike what you had. We could look at the numbers, but I mean, it was like, okay, this is interesting. We all knew what it was, I think, and then it was just watching after it was done. The water still going like this. It was pretty cool. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, this was a first for me. And again, I thought it was thunder, but I didn't hear any thunder.
Yeah, I know.
So, but I didn't give it any thought. I just went about my day. I got up and go, okay, I got to go to, in fact, I had to go to Home Depot because last week, no, it wasn't maybe last week, doesn't matter. One of the sets of closet organizers, I told you I'm putting 1,000 of those up at Sam's house.
Right.
Well, they overloaded one of the top shelves. They just overloaded it. So you already know where this is going. So, I called her and I said, did one fall or both of them fall? And she says, I don't know. I was so angry, I just shut the door, So I go, well, I got to know. I'm buying hardware. I'll have to. So that's what I'm doing tomorrow. I will go out there and I had to go to Home Depot today to get the hardware. The shelves are cut to size, but the hardware obviously pulled out of the wall. There's going to be sheetrock hell and spackle city. But anyway,
Yes,
that's
I
tomorrow.
can see that whole, you get
Yes.
the anchor screw
Yep.
hanging out.
Yep.
Is that blue plastic?
Right. That's what I'm going to tomorrow. That's what almost grandpas do. I'm doing that.
Oh.
So I'm going up and down
Hey,
the
Dad,
aisles.
when
at
do we get
Home
to
Depot.
stop doing this? I'm doing it now.
Yes. There you go. That's it. That's the
Uh-huh.
perfect example. I'm doing it now. Oh well, so that's what so running the errands. So I just got up, I ran my errands, and I didn't give it any thought. And then I was online later this afternoon, and I saw, holy crap, there was a mini earthquake. How about that? So yeah. And speaking of computers, not really. I'm jumping around in order, but I got a text from Oak this week, and he wants. In fact, a new address, so now I know his new address, which is cool. I can send him some crap or whatever. But the point is, he wanted Chewin' Tunes. I made him a mix CD. You remember? How many
I
years
can
ago?
see the handwriting.
Yeah,
Right? Chewin' Tunes.
Chewin' Tunes.
Yes.
And,
I don't know.
But
long
I
time.
also made his with the CD case, and
Sure.
I could put photography, and I ran the printer in those days when you could do even to put the label on the CD.
I remember
had one
doing all of that.
I know. And so I thought, Chewin' Tunes. How? And then I texted immediately and said, well, right now it's swimming inside of a dead box computer in my office, but we're in the process of regaining all that data, blah, blah, blah. And then I'm going to have to dig around in there, and I'm sure I have it. I forget the order. I know I have all the tunes.
Oh,
I
yeah,
forget
but-
the order.
Yeah, I
The
don't know.
order and the art. I think I have the art. I think I saved I wouldn't even know what program opens that art.
I know. Who knows?
Like I could find something that says Chewin' Tunes, and the Windows will go pound sand.
Microsoft Works. Right.
Yeah. When did that die?
don't know,
Until you
man.
said that, I haven't thought of those two words together.
I don't
in
know. I
100
had to
years.
really dig for that. If you watch back the tape, my eyes are going, okay, what is that thing called? Microsoft Word.
Microsoft Works. God, I forgot all about that.
Print Shop and Print Shop Pro. That was a big one.
Okay. I don't know what I used, but I bought, because I had the sticker. I would go to Office Max or Office Depot or whatever, and buy those stickers The ones that, and then had a press. You know, you had that little press that you put the CD on it. It had a little.
Oh yeah!
spindle
Oh my
and-
God! You know I was all over that. You know.
I know you were.
I did that stuff. Oh, I could that. I loved. And did it before that. It was cassettes, printing out those labels, putting the. I mean, I was like into it. Make it look real. Oh, are you gonna show one?
Yeah, I had past tense one somewhere.
I think
No, I don't know.
I think I have one. Hold on.
Oh no, I got it. Here it is. Here it is. Okay, let's see if you can see this, Bob.
Nice. Yes, I definitely remember that. This was one of my.
Oh, I remember that one too. I totally remember that one.
Clearing a cluttered mind.
Yeah, this was
How weird that
1993.
these happen to be right here. And then
Well,
here
then
is
we-
cluttering a recently cleared mind. The follow-up.
That is so clever, Bob.
Sorry. Okay.
No, that actually is. No, that's pretty cool. And I
We
have
both
mine
had
here,
them
too.
right beside us.
Right
That's
there. Well, that's what they told us in rehearsal. Make sure you guys bring those
you better
cassettes.
have them. Actually, Skippy, just as I leaned in, it was a real broadcast news moment. He slipped it into my hand, and I made it look like I
Yeah.
just pulled it out, as if it had been there the whole time.
Right. He when he ran it to you from production, he had to
That's
slide
right. He
under
tripped
an
out. I
office
saw a
cabinet
whole,
drawer.
a whole tray of, a whole cart of stuff went everywhere.
That was really an outstanding. Oh, and I think we've discussed this, but the trailer for it sucks. Now,
Because it's one of those, gee, she
Yeah.
was a so-and-so.
right. He never knew that this would happen.
Right,
But
right.
what? Come on, what are you doing?
In the fast-paced world of national news.
News. Right, and then they show a bad scene. I go, no, there's 80 great scenes. What are you showing that one for? You know what else is that way too? Is Defending Your Life. I watched that trailer
Oh,
the
I'm
other day.
sure
and I go,
those should never have that guy.
I go, this is
Right.
awful. It has nothing to do. This totally misrepresents the entire movie.
It's a midlife crisis to a whole
Yeah.
right. He
If
takes
you've
his
ever
crisis
wondered what
on the
happens
road.
when you die, that's what it is. If you
Oh,
ever
defending
wondered
your
what
life.
happens
Right.
Yeah, when
I was
you
in Lost in
die.
America.
And then I go, oh, come on.
Albert Brooks and Meryl Streep are
Yes, right. And Rip
defending your life.
Torn.
Oh, God. And Rip Torn.
Yeah. Remember that from Al? What was he was on with Letterman when Letterman did that those interviews that he does now after he went off the air off CBS, and he was talking Alec Baldwin,
Okay.
who was telling the Rip Torn story.
Oh,
I hit him
yes.
over the head, see, and then I hit him with a bottle like that, yeah, with a fork in his neck.
Right.
And he goes, it was this Sam Peckinpah-esque.
That's correct, yes. I do remember.
Rip Torn. He goes, he was like 75 years old, you know. But anyway, yeah. So Defending Your Life does not have a good trailer. And I was telling someone though about broadcast news at work, and they're younger. Everyone's younger, by the way. The other day I was playing tunes. I was kind of spinning. I was in a scenario, in a situation where I could play some tunes. Guy was going to record a show. I was on the board behind the glass, and I always bring up tunes. Instead, everyone's sitting, in just silence before them. Anyway, I put on David Bowie. And they it was like, yeah, I've heard of him. You've heard of him?
Heard of him.
Yes, Bob. It's getting to that place. It's
Right.
becoming that. I've
Sure.
heard of, and I go, I was in the movie The Martian. You've seen the movie The Martian? I've heard of that. That's a good. That's good, right? Doesn't the alien? I go, no, it has nothing to do with aliens. It's Matt Damon. He's stranded. Blah blah blah. Anyway, the point is, I'm getting to that age.
Oh, yeah.
Getting to that age where they go, oh, like. Totally don't understand.
Tracy knows I live with that every day. I bring
Like
up references
Steve Martin
she doesn't get all the time.
or George Carlin. You bring
Oh,
up
yeah.
those kind of
I've heard
guys
of
and
them.
they're-
Yeah.
I've heard of them. Yeah.
Well, it was like with Milton Berle for me. It was like, yeah, I've heard of him. I know. And there's going,
Milton Berle.
Heard of him?
Heard of him. Let
Heard of
Skelton
him?
have
What
a
do you mean
TV?
you've heard of Milton Berle? They all
Well,
had
I
to
heard
talk
you.
like that.
Yeah, you gotta have a cigar when you do it.
That's right. Well, I'm fresh out.
Well, okay. So what you were going to show me?
Speaking of tunes, okay,
There
so
it is.
I'm going to cut to a bunch of it, but we've played with these AI music generation things on the show several times, where you type in text or lyrics and it comes out with a song, or you say, "I want this kind of thing." We've done stuff with the lounge and all that, right? Okay, so one of the big ones is this program called Suno. They came out with a new update a week and a half ago or whatever. And it's phenomenal, but one of its best features for me, and certainly a person like you, I mean, this is so dream us. You can't get more than this. So it's the cover feature, and what it allows you to do is you can tap out a little beat, or you can hum a tune, or you can sing a song, anything, and then say, all right, I want it in this style, and it spits it back out to you. And depending on the style, it's going to match your cadence, it's going to match everything, okay? It will do it with instrumentals, and it will do it with vocals. And I've done 2 videos already on my YouTube channel, and they both have taken me to new heights, because this is such a cool thing. And so you think about it, it's like instant production of your music ideas. You just freaking sing. So I have a twisted head, so I'm doing this all day because I can do it on my phone. And like, I'm about to brush my teeth the other day, so I'm just play you some examples. So I can sing in something like this. Tell me you can hear this.
I have got.
I know it's quiet.
My teeth. It's something
Yes,
to do
I can hear
every
it.
day.
I can hear
You
it
should
totally.
do it when you wake up and every time you eat each day. But at night, it's especially important that you get that gunk out of there.
Okay, you got it, right? So
Yeah. Not only that, I'm picking up the little reeds that.
I say cheerful big band swing with, what is the prompt? Hold on, let me get the whole prompt. No, I can't find it, but it's big band. Just hang on a second. I think this is one that starts a little delayed. Oh shit, not this one then. Fuck you. All right, hold on.
I have got to brush my teeth. It's something to do every day. You should do it when you wake up and every time you eat each day. But at night, it's especially important that you get that gunk out of there. Cause you don't want gingivitis, cause it really sucks to be there. How do I know, you may ask? Well, I read a book about it once. And if you think I'm trying to cover my tracks, well, you are just a dunce.
All right, here's playful ragtime jazz.
I have got to brush my teeth. It's something to do every day. You should do it when you wake up and every time you eat each day. But at night, it's especially important.
All right, so you get the idea. So now, I did a lot of stuff with lyrics like that because it's fun. But then I thought, well, I wonder what would happen if I uploaded the theme to the lounge, which let's remind everybody what it sounds like. And I'm going to play it a little bit past where she talks, because there's this little place that we don't necessarily hear, but since it's referenced in these covers, I want to just listen. So, of course, we hear this all the time. We probably dream this. We could probably play it.
Oh
You
yeah,
just
it's
let it flow
Pavlovian.
right through
it's,
us.
It's Pavlovian.
And I hear Tracy's voice, and right about here is where Bob, Rob, and Bob. So that we don't hear this part right here much. All right, so that's good enough. So when you first upload this thing, one of the quirks of the phone, because most of the stuff I was doing with songs, is you have to make it do something instrumental before it will transcribe the lyrics of what you said, thus allowing you to do the cover with vocals. Just a quirk. So when I uploaded that one, there's no lyrics to do, but I just said jazz. Okay, so let's listen to a couple of takes of that.
would be a good theme for a nighttime talk show.
Or our show.
Yes, well, that's true. And I do it at night. It's kind of dinner time when you do the show.
Okay, and here's and we're going to go long tonight because it's just another take of the jazz idea. Are you getting stereo or are you just getting music? Just
No,
sort of-
I'm getting stereo.
Okay, good. All right, so now high school marching band.
Okay. Of course, you have to have a snare. If I had access to my sound, I would have a ref's whistle right now.
Yeah, right. There's another high school marching band. You got it, sorry.
Sure.
Another director from a competing school. I love the idea that our show would be so iconic that there would
Yes,
be...
they played it like on Thanksgiving.
There you go, yes. It's part of the Thanksgiving parade.
Right.
They're going down, and there's the lounge light, the
Right.
the lounge.
The lounge.
Oh, God,
And
that's
then
good.
And they're fighting Mustangs of Evergreen Park or whatever, marching band, and then they have the lounge banner behind them and like a drum, and the kids with the batons, or what do they call those? With the white and what do they call it?
They're batons, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I think it would be good at Macy's. I think the lounge show as the high school marching band at Macy's would be out.
I love it.
Yeah.
Now, can I go on? We're
Yes,
past
but let
time.
me ask you a question.
Okay,
Let me
yeah.
ask you a question. So, when you did the brushing your teeth thing, and then it spits that back out to you, that you could do jingles, obviously.
Yes, TV show themes. I mean,
Now,
musicals, Rob.
and then
musicals.
my question is, and now I'm going to go immediately to copyright. So, what
Yeah,
kind of
no. Well,
problem-
there you have issues with the recording that you have. So you have to use this more as an inspiration tool to be legal, just for fun, like we're having is fine. But if you're gonna,
Or if you
can't.
could use it internally, like if you were going to do it at a party, or I was going to do it at a presentation. But it's not on the air.
If you're not making money with it, I don't understand.
Right,
why,
that's
I don't know
it.
why that
I-
would be an issue. It's more about
I think it
commercial
could be fun
use.
for because,
Yeah.
for example, I have to host these Monday morning meetings sometimes at work on a Monday. Then the whole team is there. Not just they're like the whole company is there, and you do the Monday morning meeting. And I'm thinking, oh my gosh, for intro music, I could do
You're
stuff.
right.
with
Okay.
jingle-
Example. Hold on. Here we go. It's the Monday morning meeting. We've got stuff to discuss. And not all of it's going to be fun. Yes, some of it's going to be tough, but together we'll get through it. You and I will do it, 'cause we're the greatest gosh darn company on earth. All right. Now I'm just going to, so I have to, again,
Well done.
I have to.
Well done. That was wonderful. I got chills.
Okay, I'm just going to say jazz here, so it will create something. Then it will transcribe the lyrics, and then I'm going to put like Broadway show tune. And
I
let
was
that.
thinking that, or 40s, some sort of swing 40s.
Oh, yeah.
band. I do.
Ah,
Yeah.
yeah, and it's pretty fast. I mean, so that's ready.
Is
Whatever
that
this,
now? Does this software?
but there's no words to hear. So now, is the software what?
Is it free?
No, this is Suno. So this is a subscription. You to get access to. Where'd it go?
Tracy liked that. I'm watching the screen. I used to have this screen over here. Oh, but you know what? Getting back to that computer while you're doing your thing, Steven now has told me, he says, you know what, for your next birthday or Father's Day or something, I'm buying you and then there was letters and numbers monitor. apparently he says if you're going to have a GPU like this, then he wants to get me some really high res, badass.
Oh
monitor.
yeah. I got a long monitor this time. All right, so we're gonna say Broadway musical.
Well, that your call, boss. You
And,
are the producer.
Yeah, you can do stuff like duet and all that stuff. But yeah, I was going. So while that's doing, let me just scroll down. So with our theme, just like that, I just recorded something, made up some quick words, just silly stuff. So this. Oh, not that. Hold on. Nope. Don't.
Do 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 do.
A little intro.
Do 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 do. Oh, there's a show that I think you should know, and it's called The Lounge, and it stars Rob Scott and this guy named Bob Doyle. It is a show that they talk about you when you're not around and you can be found laying dead in the street.
Okay, so now barbershop.
Nice.
Oh, there's a show that I think you should know. And
No, it's not that one. Hold on, I didn't like that one.
I like that.
It's okay, but it's not.
Oh, there's a show that I think you should know, and it's called The Lounge, and it stars Rob Scott and this guy named Bob.
No, you're right. It was the other one. Hold on. Sorry.
Oh, there's a show that I think you should know, and it's called The Lounge, and it stars Rob Scott and this guy named Bob Doyle. It is a show that they talk about you when you're not around and you can't be found laying dead in the street.
All right, one more. Dreamy bedroom pop with lush vocals or whatever.
Oh, there's a show that I think you should know, and it's called The Lounge, and it stars Rob Scott and this guy named Bob Doyle. It is a show that they talk about you when you're not around and you can't be found laying dead in the street.
And then British pop.
Oh, there's a show that I think you should know, and it's called The Lounge, and it stars Rob Scott and this guy named Bob Doyle. It is a show that they talk about you when you're not around and you can't be found laying dead in the street.
Some of it's the stuff that happens after.
Oh, nice. You know,
The Lounge is a show starring Rob and Bob. One is neat and another's a slob, and I won't say which, 'cause it's obvious. Just look at how they're dressed, just look at how they're of the two. Rob suited up the best. Hey, wait a minute, Bob's got a style of his own. You shouldn't blast him from here to go. Where is Gome? I don't know, I don't think Gome's a place that's where things are made up. Yeah, goodbye.
Okay, all right, so here's what
Bobby
we just...
Darin, ladies and gentlemen. That's like Bobby Darin, man.
And here's Broadway musical of the Monday meeting.
Okay.
It's the Monday morning meeting. We've got stuff to discuss, and not all of it's gonna be fun, yeah. Some of it's gonna be tough, but together we'll get through it. You and I will do it, 'cause we're the greatest gosh darn company on earth.
Oh, gosh.
Okay, here's the other
Run
one.
that again. Run
Well,
that
hold on,
one.
there's always two, so let's hear the other one of that one.
It's the Monday morning meeting. We've got stuff to discuss, and not all of it's gonna be fun. Yes, some of it's gonna be tough, but together we'll get through it. You and I will do it, 'cause we're the greatest gosh darn company on earth.
Is that the most fun
Yeah.
you can ever have?
I'll never leave this room until I gotta pee.
I'm telling you, you could do a musical sitting on the bus. I mean, you can just
Yeah.
sit there and just come up with the idea and sing little songs, and then by
Well,
the
you
end
know
of it,
who, like Jason Phelps would love this.
yeah, or the musicians could hate it. But for ideas and oh my
No,
god,
for ideas. I don't mean to steal it. I just mean to give you. Run that first example again of,
Okay,
of the Broadway show.
It's the
Yeah.
Monday morning meeting. We've got stuff to discuss, and not all of it's gonna be fun, yeah. Some of it's gonna be tough, but together we'll get through it. You and I will do it, 'cause we're the greatest gosh darn company on earth.
all right,
That's
hold on
out.
now. Okay, one of the things. Oh, hold on. I don't even know what's going on. The interlude. So you can't put in artist names because it's of copyright, obvious copyright stuff. But I would go to ChatGPT and say, describe the musical style of this artist in this short little thing. And so I did a bunch of them. So let me get here's the one for Dr. John. Okay, and then we'll have.
Oh, Mac Rebenak.
It says it's swampy New Orleans funk with gravelly vocals, voodoo mystique, and gritty piano grooves. Okay, so that's the
that's pretty
style.
much him.
That's the style that's going to go in here. So let me
He's got that Cajun thing going on.
let me just type it in. It'll be less than a minute, which is great.
Well,
These
I
things
can't
used to
get
take.
over that. The Monday morning meeting jingle, to do one of those every time I take the stage and have it be different every freaking
Yes,
time, it's going to
pertinent
blow
to
people's
them.
heads off.
Pertinent to
Yes.
them, their company, the names of their employees,
Right, the names,
CEO.
and we can do inside. I'm thinking inside jokes that we all know about. That so and so who's always dresses this way, or whatever the case may be. This. Oh gosh, I'll have so much fun with this thing. Although I don't know if I'm going to subscribe. Was it like $1 million?
No. It's not that much. I can't remember exactly what it is right offhand. It may have it in here, but we got to listen to this, the Dr. John version of the Monday morning meeting.
It's the Monday morning meeting. We got stuff to discuss, and not all of it's gonna be fun, yeah. Some of it's gonna be tough, but together we'll get through it. You and I will do it.
This is more Harry
'cause
Connick
we're
Jr.
the greatest gosh darn
Yes.
company on earth. 'Cause we're the greatest gosh darn
refrain.
company on earth.
Oh yeah, it'll do that.
And a middle A.
Oh.
Yeah. Ugh. This is a little more.
Yeah, Mac.
It's the Monday morning meeting. We've got stuff to discuss.
Yep.
And not all of it's gonna be fun. Yeah, some of it's gonna be tough, but together we'll get through it. You and I will do it, 'cause we're the greatest gosh darn company on earth.
I think he's going to come back around, and sometimes when they come back around, they nail it even more. So
But there's a middle A.
at least. See, they tossed it to the
sure.
guitar guy.
Sure, we get a lead solo here.
Is your guy far right? The guitar?
It's more of a blend.
Okay.
I'm not totally split. It could be this. What is it? It could be this platform, and I've got
Oh
this
yeah,
little,
it's compressed and yeah. Wow, they just keep going.
Yeah, I'm telling you, of all of them right now, though, as far as humor and they blow their head off, it's Broadway for sure.
Oh yeah.
It's so Broadway for sure. It's Ethel Merman telling them that it's the greatest company on earth. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, I know. Believe me, man.
That's I love that.
Yeah.
Oh, and by the way, I know we brought it up last week, but I never got to tell my part. On Mother's Day, because that's tomorrow. On
Yes.
Mother's Day, we went
Oh, he
to Ridge
froze.
Country.
Hold on, you gotta start over. You froze.
Bros.
Start over, yeah.
Ridge Country Club. Because my
Okay.
dad didn't want my mom to. And corsages, we had to go to the florist and get mama corsage and grandma corsage. It was a big deal when I was a kid. It was like Leave It to Beaver, which was fun. It was fun. But everyone dressed up, and we went to Ridge, and it was very fancy with linen tablecloth. You had to be dressed up. We never went to restaurants when I was a kid. Mom cooked everything. And on Mother's Day, we went to Ridge, the country club, looked at the guys tee off on the first
Well,
tee.
this story deserves background music that's not there, but
No, but you know what?
and you
Couple of
know,
weeks.
back in the day.
Yeah, but see, we'll do jingles. I'm probably going to subscribe to that. I can't wait to get the new computer. I'm going to do some fun
Yeah, you can
stuff.
also
I'll
do
have-
it on your desktop. You can just set it up and sing it right in there, and it transcribes the lyrics right away. It's a little bit easier sometimes, and you've got you have the ability to go through and change certain sections if you don't like, you can rerun them and stuff like that. So the app is definitely scaled down, but it's nice and easy for stuff like that on the go. I'm realizing I have to go because I've got to mop the floor, baby.
And with those words, Rob Scott and Bob Doyle brought the Lounge Show to another inauspicious close. Join us next week, won't you? 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern, for another edition of The Lounge Show.
You've been watching The Lounge Show with Rob Scott and Bob Doyle. Join us every Saturday at 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern, and tell your friends and family to do the same. After all, we'd do it for you if you had a show. Probably.